This episode is going to be jam-packed. We got to discuss call-ups, a new signing, a sale, and a board takeover update. Let's get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. We're still sitting in second place, and it's looking more and more likely that we're going to make the European playoffs. The European places playoff. You get what I'm trying to say. It's going good in terms of where we're standing in the league. The results are looking really good. What doesn't look good is the overall balance. You can't see it on this screen. I can. We're almost 12 million in the hole. That's not good. And as you can see, our payroll went down a lot. And you might be thinking, why did the payroll go down? Well, we've done some stuff. And the main thing that we done is all transfers. Igor has left the club. We sold him for really cheap, but just to get him off the payroll, basically. His contract was up at the end of the season, and he's, 38 years old, 37 years old. So he has left the club. We've also purchased one more player for a future transfer, an absolute whopping sum of 41.5K. Amin Asal from Morocco. He looks pretty good. He'll be a new number 10 for us, playing that role for us. He doesn't really have any holes in his games. If he continues to develop, I think he'll be a pretty good, solid player for us going forward. He's pretty good at attacking already. His technical ability's looking good. Mental ability, almost there. I mean, I like the looks of him. I think he's going to be a pretty good player for us in the future. But back on the terms of financial stuff, I was hoping we could get a new board in, and the bad news about it is got squashed. It's no longer here. The owner loves the club. We're insecure. And I mean, the thing about it is like I can't compete on a payroll of that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a struggle. We got to get that. We got to get it taken care of. We got to start getting into European places. That way we can start bringing in a little bit more income. I'm wondering, I can't remember. Like I said, I've played in Belgium once before, but it was maybe 2-3 seasons there on a Journeyman that I've done off screen. And I can't remember if money comes in at the end of the season, depending on where you place, because that would be very, very nice. But with players leaving, that means players get called up, and we've brought up a couple guys, and one of them has looked really good, even though his star rating is only 2-star right now. We'll just go ahead and sort it by age. Okay, so we know some of these guys already. Up first, we got Boss Von Den Inden. We got Boss, the Boss. That's what his name is going to be. We're going to go ahead and it's too much of the Den in his name. It's going to mess me up. We got Boss here. He's a central mid player. I played him in that match that we lost in the Cup. He looks like a really good player, especially physically, a really good physical player. I think he can be a player that we can use. He's really well-rounded, just looking at his analysis over here. I think he could be able to help us out at 19 years old. So he's one guy we brought up. The next guy is the guy I mentioned before. He's actually started one match and has had 2 sub appearances already and 2 goals. 2-star player, 5-star potential, Niklo Daly. We've triggered his extension, so he is here for another year. He's not one of our homegrown players. Apparently, they signed him from a free from Anderlecht last year. But as you can see, he's got 3 appearances, 2 goals, and putting out a 6.9. And the thing about him is, like, I look at his ratings or his attributes, and I'm not just like overly whelmed with him. His determination absolutely stinks. But we needed another striker, another attacking player with Igor leaving, so he gets the call up, which I think that can help him out. A little bit of update too, also on the transfer thing. You can see there's 2 wanted players. Lauren Simons, he is wanted by Club Bruges, which unless they come with a decent sum, he's staying with the club just because I think we can develop him and get a bigger sum for him. Rob Scoofs also, Birmingham is coming in wanting him apparently. This one's actually a little bit interesting because major interest. I've put the asking price at 2.3 just because that's his value. I don't know if we'll get that ever for him. He's turned into a really good player for us. I don't think he's going to get any better for us, though. But definitely, I don't want to see him leave. It's one of those situations of, like, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't even consider selling him. I think he's a really good player for us, and it's unfortunate that the club is in the position that we're doing. And as you can see, Herman's is still continuing, doing good. Max Norman Williamson, his career has still started looking really good. He's already actually got bumped up We got the email. It's kind of weird. I think it's just who's judging him. We got an email saying that he was a 3-star current ability player. Another player that has moved up a little bit, Andy Koshi, 2.5-star player now, which is good because I think this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to use some of these youth players, build them up, sell them, build them up, sell them, purchase. That's how we're going to fund the club going forward. And I like doing that. I mean, it makes it more interesting for us instead of just going out to Brazil or Argentina and purchasing players. I think that's what we'll have to do in the future. But definitely, it's a very interesting time at the club because we're doing outstanding on the pitch. You get in the office, there's some troubles with brewing with the financial aspect of it. I haven't picked a team. We're going up against Beerschot first. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of a quick pick and see what we want to do here. Boss, I want him on the bench because I do want to play him some. I do want to play in him. I've actually debated starting him in this match. I'm going to. Franks is leaving at the end of the season, so I don't want to see him go, but it's one of those situations of like, well, if you're leaving, I think it's time we start developing some of these youth players that's sitting on the bench right now. So that's what's going to happen to him. Daly, I want him on the bench as well. Simon's played in the last match. He started. He's still not looking great in terms of fitness, so I am going to give him a start in this match as well. So we are starting 2 very young players in this one, which is going to be very interesting. At one of them at 1.5 star. Boss is at 2. Max Norman Williams, it says 2.5, but I think he's a 3-star player, just depending on who you ask. The squad looks like this today. We got Cook and Goal, back 4 of Walsh, Van Ellenberg, Norman Williamson, Wernerson. In the midfield, Schufs and Boss. Right-hand side, Simons. In the middle, Kareem. Left-hand side, Harriman's. Up top, Erdy. The Dirty? Erdy. We need to get a good result here, though. The third place team, I can't remember who it is. They're catching up to us. I can't motivate this side, though, on the pre-matches. Cannot do it for the life of me. I thought I had a little bit more drink, but I don't. I have to get one in between matches. Yeah, as you can see, we're a couple points clear of Club Bruges. They have a match in hand. Erdy just starts it off early. It's his 8th of the season. Schiff's on the assist there, 1-0. Early leads. I mean, that's the crazy thing about this side. It's we don't have a serious goal scorer, but we still find ways to win. And I did notice this too as well. Max Lowe on loan from Sheffield United, former Derby County player. I noticed that last time I was playing him and thought it was interesting. If you don't know, I'm a Derby County fan. I know there's a couple new people on the channel over recent times with the new series. The new series, both of them kicking off. First 30 down, we have not allowed a shot on goal. Not even a shot. Looking good. Absolutely fantastic. I'm ready for next season to get here, though, so we can bring in some of those younger players that I've purchased. I think some of them guys can actually help the squad right now, but especially if Scoofs leaves. Franks is leaving already, so it's the midfield is going to be thin and young. I think that's just the way it's going to be. We're not going to be spending $10 million on a player ever. I don't believe at this club. I think we're going to be purchasing, if we have anybody close to 10 million, it's going to be crazy. I think the top that we'll have is like Max Norman Williamson, where we bring him in for 2 million and hope to flip him for a maximum profit. Wernerson brings it down, finds Simon on that right-hand side. I remembered what AFF meant in the last video. I had it written down on my notepad. I'll discuss that after this match, and we'll go over the results. I know we didn't do that either, because I was wanting to get all that other stuff taken care of. Halftime, 1-0. I'm happy with this. Things are going great. Hey, bud, very happy with the performance tonight. He's still nervous. He's still nervous. He shouldn't be on this side, but I need another player on that right-hand side because we've just got Chaved, Kareem, and Simons. But that's the way it goes. That's the way she goes. 60 minutes down. Boss with it. Wernerson playing it forward. He finds Harrimans, who heads it back to Karam. Harriman's with it now. Plays it over to Simons. Gets it in the box. Takes the shot. Makes the goalkeeper work for it. Getting us the corner. Good job, the youngster. Hoofs to take. Where we got the goal from the last one. We're going to get another one. Ferdy tries getting his head on it. Simons, another good attempt by the youngster. Can't find the back of the net. If you remember, Simons, in his first match, scored. Hadn't done it since, but he did once. We're going to make some changes. Time to do it. I mean, Chaved can play in the middle. I really want Simons to stay on the pitch. That's why I'm not putting Chaved there. So Chaved can come on for Karam. I'm good with that change. I don't want to bring Niklo on right now just because the match is still very, very tight. Franks is going to come on for Boss. Boss had a good first start. I'm happy with that start from him. I think we're looking really good, guys. We're going to contend. We're going to challenge in that playoffs when it comes around. Franks with it now. Harriman's. Wernerson with it. Kicks it back to Franks. Harriman's with it again. Hangs on to it for a brief moment. It's cleared further out. And now, Beerscott on the attack. They get past the man. And Cook has work to do. He gets beat. That's a blessing. Not a blessing. 1-1. We got to find a way to score now. I'm going to go a little bit more positive. I don't know why I clicked it this way. I apologize. I'm debating bringing on another striker with Ferdy up top. Ingval can... Gustav can come on. He hasn't played in a minute. I don't know what he actually wants to be. He's not really rated anything. I'm not a big fan of him. Norman Williamson does a good job clearing that out. Schuf's with it now. We're going to counter here. Moving quick. Schuf's is taking off. He's got somebody. He's got a little bit of support. He doesn't need it, though. He's going to take the shot. He's going to win us a corner. Another good opportunity here. Let's find the back of the net here, guys. Sure, Ferdy's going to get his head on it. He doesn't, but it was aimed toward him. Frank's with it now. Out left. Schuf's with it again. Crosses over to Franks. Franks takes the shot. Not disappointed in the shot. It was blocked, but yeah. Still sitting second right now. Still sitting second. Beerscott with a corner. Vandenberg just does enough to push it out of the box. Still alive though. Still alive. It's not challenging Cook there though. So Club Brugge hasn't played yet. Not good enough. We should have won that. Simons is still, mood's still down. Not great. A little bit disappointing. Vasquez absolutely hated it. Said it was like paint drying on a wall. Can't argue with you. See what we got here. 7 unbeaten. Vandenberg reaches his card limit, so he will not be available for the next match, which is a little bit scary. Before we get into the next match, we got to go over the results that I forgot to go over before the first match. Okay, so we last left off against St. Truden, I believe. We went out and played Voslin after that 2-0 victory there. Vrinks gets a brace. Up next, Ferdy, 3. Got a brace. Got a hat trick. I apologize. 3-0 in that match. Up next, 4-0 with Sandy Walsh, Dassey, Kawhi, and Daly getting goals. Circle Bruges, we won this match 2-0. Franks and Chaved getting goals. Then we drew the next match. We Daly scored again in this one. And then Max Norman Williamson had an own goal, which was a bit disappointing. And then obviously the Beerscott draw that we just had. And one thing I forgot to mention. If you remember the last episode, I said I wrote AFF down in my notebook so I could remember to go over it. And 3 days later, I don't remember what AFF means. I do now. Affiliate. Signed an affiliate. We got Real Madrid on board to pay us some money. I'm not planning on using loans or nothing like that, really, but just for the money. That's the main reason why I signed it. So there we go. That's what AFF meant, if you guys was wondering as well. I believe I have picked the lineup. We got Cook in goal, back four of Walsh, Norman Williamson, Pear, and Wernerson. In the midfield, Koshi and Franks. Right-hand side, Chaved. In the middle, Harriman's. Left-hand side, Kawhi. Up top, 30. In this match, Vandenberg is suspended. The anchor of our defense, which is a little bit worrisome. Ghent is sitting, I think, 4th in the league right now. So this is going to be a tough matchup. It's not going to be a cakewalk. and we haven't looked the best in the world in our past 2 matches here. So I don't know what to expect. We did get lucky on our last draw, and Club Brugge, they drew their last match as well, which was perfect for us. And we are now 4 points ahead of them, 5 points off. Well, we was 5 points off of Genk, but now we're not. They take an early lead. What happened here? Who got pushed? Did we get pushed? Hopefully we got pushed. Set us up for a pin here. Got to take the long run over there. Okay. Very long run. I don't think it was a pin. It looked like he was outside the box, but like I said, I didn't really see it that well. I didn't think so. I thought it was just going to be a free kick, but like I said, I wasn't paying that much attention to it. We do have a corner here. Harriman's the take. Norman Williamson. So close. So close. I'm glad that we got that signing done. I know he costed a good chunk of money, but I think he's going to be a great player for us. And it's one of those type of things, if we can sell him for $20 million, which I've seen him go for that in certain saves if he's used properly. There's a lot of times in saves with Max Norman Williamson where a club will purchase him and he just sits on the reserve team and he doesn't really ever do anything, which is what happened, I believe, on the Derby County save. But I've also seen where clubs will purchase him and actually use him and then turn massive profit on him. Thinking a little bit ahead with him. But the good news about it is bringing him in as early as we did, he's going to be Belgian for us. That'll be good. Just giving it some time, 3 years, he should be trained in the nation, which is great news. That's what we're going for this season. Or not this season. That's what we're going for in this save. Learn your dang rules, Brack. Walsh does a good kick back here. I just noticed Harriman's actually had an injury. I just thought he was tired. Chaved, Ferdy. The dirty Ferdy gets his 9th of the season. Chaved on the assist. We take a 1-0 lead now, which is massive for us. And like I said, I think this league is just beat up on each other so much. Besides those top couple spots, I'm going to go ahead and take him off. Karam's coming on. Harriman's is one of those players we cannot lose him. If he gets hurt, our season is in trouble. So I don't want to risk it anymore. We've got the lead right now. We're going to pump the fist. Apparently we're underdogs in this match, but doesn't look that way right now. I mean, it's been a pretty even match, really. Just looking off the stats. Nobody's had really great chances. We got lucky with the dirty Ferdy goal, it seems like. I'm thinking of the next changes. Koshi's not having the best of matches, and I purposely left Schuff's off just to give him a little bit of a break. So if this lead continues, the boss might be coming in. Dirty Ferdy plays a beautiful ball to Kawhi. Gets us a corner here. Probably the most underwhelming signing of the season, which Kawhi hasn't really done much, and he's had a lot of minutes. Javed tries getting it into Ferdy, but can't. Karam's going to be there to pick it up. Probably going to be the end of the highlight pretty soon, though, I would suspect. That's going to be the end of it. Ain't it? Isn't it? There it is. Okay. Koshi, you can come off. Boss is coming on. I'm good with those 2 changes. I think we rolled that for a little bit. I'm looking at our next change, and I really don't know what to do at it. Might bring the young striker up top on at this point just to get him some playing time, because he has looked really good in the 2 matches he's played in. Like I said, he hasn't played a ton, but definitely looked good, looked promising. As soon as I make the change, Kawhi gets tired. Thanks, bud. Been nice to know that a little bit sooner. It's going to be 3 straight draws for us. That's not good. That's not a good sign, guys. We got to keep this form going. I mean, I've said it all along. I think if the form ever dips with us, we're going to be struggling at that point. And it seems like we're starting to hit it. We're not losing matches, but we're definitely not finishing matches either. Walsh with it. Boss. Walsh again. Tries whipping across in there. He can't find anybody. Wernerson's going to chase it down. I hope that's not the end of the highlight for us, because So that was a very underwhelming highlight. Chaved, Daly with it, plays it back to Chaved. Boss looking for Kwai, who's made a good run, finds the back of the net for only his second goal of the season. 2-1. We take a late lead, and Kwai is absolutely loving it. The fans are going bananas out in the stands, out in the fields, I almost said. Good stuff there. That was a nice pass by Boss. Boss done really well there. Hey, it's not over yet. We got 4 more minutes, and it looks like a Ghent highlight. So something to note here. Something might be happening. Norman Williamson just brings it down, plays it over to Walsh. Boss to Chaved. Moving it forward. Cuts it inside. Cuts it really inside. Takes a wild shot. This was a good win for us. Definitely a good win for us. It keeps us right on the heels of Genk. Outstretched arms. Really special. Apparently nobody gave us a chance, even though we're sitting second in the league. Hermans. Okay, only out 6 to 8 days, so it's a little bit of a worry off our shoulders right there. I was looking at the schedule, and I don't know where we come back because the league's about to split in about 3 months. I honestly thought about coming back at Club Bruges. These 2 matches. That would give us 4 matches off screen. And then play a team that's sitting pretty high in the league in Club Bruges, which is the 3rd place team. That's what we're going to do. We're going to come back again with Club Bruges. I know we've played them once this year, but just with the table being like it is, I think it'd be fun to play them again. Well, this video had a lot of stuff in it. Transfers, board squashing, the board takeover getting squashed, which was probably the most disappointing thing so far. And 2 really competitive matches. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.